Welcome back to Jakarta, where we are 3 matches in on Thursday, day 3 of this Super 1000 event, and we've reached the 4th match of women's singles between the number 8 seed Supanida Katethong and Putri Wardani of Indonesia, who's going to have all the home support here. Here's how it all fits in to the women's singles draw. This is the top half, and a quarter-final against Akane Yamaguchi is the reward for victory here. Yamaguchi coming through earlier in just barely half an hour against Sung of Chinese Taipei. So players on court, as you can see. It is the 4th time that they have clashed. It's 2-1 currently to the tie. That being said, it was Wardani who won the last meeting. It's actually pretty recent too, at the All England in March, in the round of 32, where Wardani won in just 33 minutes in straight games. 21-13, 21-11, there you see it. Something tells me it might be a bit closer today.
I would expect so. I've got Katethong down as very slight favourite for a few reasons. She's so consistent on the World Tour, regularly getting to quarterfinals and semi-finals. She is, of course, ranked a few places higher. However, this home crowd has the capability to raise a player's level, and if that happens, Wardani might have the edge, because it's been very intense here inside the Istora this morning.
27 now, Katethong. She's just inside the world's top 10, as you can see. Left-hander. Won her first international title when she was 16 years of age. There are those who maybe think she could have achieved more, may yet achieve great things. Couple of World Tour titles only. Last year she won the Thai Open, that was a Super 500. Struggled a bit in the first round against Santosh Ramaraj of India. Putri Wardani is one of my favourite players to watch. 12 in the world, which is just 1 place higher than she's ever been. Remember when she won that, what was it, the Spain Masters, when she was 18, and kind of caused heads to turn and a lot of headlines were written. Got past Bansod in the first round when the Indian retired. And that was a long match, 54 minutes for less than 2 games. A couple of semi-finals this season, the Swiss Open and the Thai Masters. Sudip Bave of India is the chair umpire. And we have a Japanese in the service judge's chair. There he is, Yuji Nonaguchi. Might be a bit harsh on Katethong, Bobby, in saying that maybe she'll think she should have won a few more events than she has.
No, not at all. In fact, I thought she would have. A couple of years ago, where I believe, it might not have been reflected in the rankings, but a couple of years ago, she really looked like a threat, even to the sort of world top 5, top 10. She is surprisingly quick. She's lightning fast on course, and that in itself was a massive asset to her game. I like what you said about Wardani. She is so watchable. So is her compatriot Tung Jung. When those two are on court, it's really nice to watch. Yeah, I think Katethong might have clinched a few more finals, maybe the odd title over the last couple of years, and she hasn't, and it's quite surprising, really. But there has been a certain dominance from the likes of Chen Yufei and An Se-young, which is just a step too far for Katethong, who has probably been knocked out in quarter-final stages by one of those two on a number of occasions.
And on my left, Supanida Katethong.
You'll understand from the crowd noise that mixed doubles round of 16 involving the Indonesian pair is still going on. Deep in the third game, we are about to start. Katethong serving.
One love.
Good placement from the tie.
Yeah, there's a sudden realisation that Katethong's left-handed. I think that's a sort of defensive drive up the line to the left-hander was perhaps asking for trouble.
Service over. 1-2.
Between them, this is their 10th outing at the Indonesia Open, and neither of them have got past the round of 16, so this will be something of a career high for the winner. Or notable victory in a career rather than career high, I should have said.
With a good fortune for Katethong as that sneaked over by the tape.
Quality shot making. That was not one you'll see in the textbook, but the effectiveness was more of a priority. Great work defensively from Wardani.
Stayed in the point, and then a weak shot from Katethong has pulled Wardani level. Katethong will be very disappointed because she was all over her opponent in that rally until that moment.
Thank you. Service over. 4-3.
Good pressure from the tie.
5-3.
Well, it's great concentration from Wardani after the defence of her opponent that she very calmly dispatched that.
quite a lot riding on Wardani here today, with only really 2 Indonesian women's singles players, you would argue, capable of doing really well on the World Tour. Gregoria Tunjung, of course, and Wardani, whereas Thailand have got a whole raft now of women's singles players inside the top 30.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, well played.
Just turned the wrist, got the angle. Too good for Wardani.
6-4. Putri, check your court.
I think it would be a massive boost for Indonesian badminton, this match, if Wardani is to win it.
Okay, thank you.
Especially at home, inside the Istora.
6-4.
Well, she's really warming to the task now, Katethong.
She's such a fast mover. It might not have the sort of graceful fluidity of some, but the footwork speed, that initial push-off and court coverage is right up there.
Thank you.
What a wonderful shot, out of nowhere.
Service over.
It's very deceptive, that
5-7.
forehand, especially when she's late in that corner.
Well, she was there, Katethong, just in case
8-5.
Wardani had sneaked that over. And it was a nice little drop shot.
Thank you. Eight, 5.
Nearly.
She's got lovely
Service
racket
over.
skills, Wardani.
6-8.
very much in the same mould as Tung Jung, isn't she? The way in which she strikes the shuttle. It's very fluid.
Yeah, and both naturally very attacking players. Easy on the eye, the way they play.
8-all.
And 3 points on the spin. Has got Wardani on terms here, this opening game.
Well, that was a shame.
Service over. 9.
Nice looking shot. Just didn't quite have enough on it. Good drive from Katethong, just slightly awkward for Wardani to deal with, but she'll feel she could have done better there.
Well, that's a great response.
Service over.
There's been a few occasions where
10.
Katethong has just stood and watched as the attack sails past her.
Would like to see the umpire just get involved and speed this game up a little bit. It's a little bit slow between points, and that's a wild one from Katethong.
10-all.
Last point then before the mid-game interval.
Good punch clear from Wardani. That's wild.
So heavy crowd for most of the opening game. Wardani's actually in front at the mid-game break, albeit by a solitary point.
Good one. 20 seconds. Good one. 20 seconds. 11-10. Play.
It's a good rally. Oh, lovely reaction.
Well, again, she did the hard work.
Service
And
over.
then
11-all.
she let Katethong out of jail, rather.
Bit of drift coming in there, left to right. There's a shot here, right at the end, where perhaps she just took a wild swing. Wasn't quite in position.
Putri.
Let the shuttle drop slightly and misfired.
Okay, thank you. Eleven all. Service over. 12-11.
Well, almost a carbon copy, the rally of the one before.
12 all.
Attacking error again from Wardani.
Service over. 13.
Just
12.
feels a little bit attritional at the moment.
It does, very much 1 point each, isn't it?
Yeah, and the winners are kind of dried up a little bit. They're taking even longer between points. I'm quite surprised Sudip Bave hasn't said anything to either of them. But it's very open. We thought it would be a tightish match before it started. It's proving that way so far. Wardani with a little bit of good fortune.
14-12.
Yeah, it is very tight. Their histories are similar. Ranking is similar. Both of them have got to this stage of the Indonesia Open on a number of occasions and not any further. Katethong has the edge in the rankings, but Wardani at home will feel she needs to perform. So it's just a bit nervy, a bit edgy. It's very important to both of them this match. Court needs mopping under Wardani, but she's got there.
Well, that's two in the last few points, isn't it, for the Indonesian?
12.
Almost sat on the tape, the shuttle, didn't it, momentarily? It's there, and then just went down perpendicular, giving Katethong no chance.
Yeah, and giving Katethong a little slow-motion view of the shot that's about to beat her, and she can do nothing about it.
15-12.
Well, a great pickup from Katethong. Wardani slipping in defence. Unaffected. Oh, what a touch.
And then she missed it. Well, fair play for keeping it alive, Katethong,
Service over.
and making her opponent play one more shot. And it was too much for Wardani on that occasion.
That net shot was great, and
13-15.
they were both desperately defending at times.
Play.
How many errors has Wardani now made from a sort of almost winning position? It's got to be a handful.
Way too many from her point of view.
Well, the court clearly needs mopping again.
Putri, check your court. Okay, thank you. Fourteen, 15.
Lovely shot. Guided straight down the line.
16-14. Service over. 15.
Frustration
16.
clearly showing. I feel like we're repeating ourselves, but she's done all the hard work. Gets herself back into the rally where she's got a chance to assert herself and misfires.
That's a great shot from Wardani. Looks of the two, I think she has the more, or certainly in this match so far, has had the more penetrating attack.
Seems to have more attacking options, doesn't she?
Service over. 16-17.
Using the middle, controlling the rally, narrowing Katethong's options. That's lovely. Well played.
17-all.
Well, one thing's for sure, whoever wins the game, the defeated player, so to speak, will feel there is a long, long way back in the match.
Yeah, and if this goes the distance, I think stamina play a part as well, because at the rate they're playing, it's going to be about an hour and a half or so, maybe more even. If it does go 3 games. That's why I think this first game is even more critical than would normally be the case, because it's been close the whole way through. And it's going to come as a bit of a hammer blow to whichever woman does lose it. And it seemed like a very long way back.
Thank you. $17 all.
Brilliant at the net. Well, the first net shot was good. That one, and the second even better.
Well, you can't get any tighter than that. Nothing Wardani could do.
Play.
Should really have finished that off, Katethong. It was brilliant defence from Wardani, but she shouldn't have had the chance. Nonetheless, no harm done from a tie point of view.
Yeah, another occasion where she gets herself back in. And it was a terrific save, and then gives away with a weak shot right at the end.
Thank you. $19-17.
Well, that was good. And here are 3 game points
20.
for Supanida Katethong.
17.
Just kind of, if she does go over the line here, I just feel like she's rather ground Wardani down. It's not like she's produced a welter of winners. That's a nice way to take it, though. Brilliant shot. 21-17. It's taken nearly half an hour, but the tie is in front.
21-17.
This might be the best attempt at a winning shot from Katethong we've seen the entire game. That was fabulous. What a way to take the game.
แต่ถ้ามีช้านะพอเขาเอาลงมาเมช้าพอเข้ามาแจกเนี่ยเราเสียหลักปุ๊บเขาขึ้นถังแล้วเราบอกว่าข้างหลังไม่มีอะไรเลยข้างหลังเขาเกี่ยวลงมาเขาไม่ได้มีเร่งอะไรเลยผมว่าเปลี่ยนไม่ดีนะ
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Double. Play.
Well, that's a nice way to start the game for Wardani.
Service over. 1.
She must have felt so frustrated during that interval. The amount of time she was fighting back in a rally or on top of the rally in the first place and gave it away would have been the difference maker in the opener.
Terrific shot. It was a fantastic winner, but she shouldn't have had the chance. Katethong again, who had the upper hand early in the rally,
2.
unable to find a killer shot. And Wardani with this exquisite shot took full advantage. It was a magnificent angle.
It really was, and she was very low below the tape at the time, which makes it all the more difficult.
Well, finally, she takes an opportunity.
Service over. 1.
Yeah, relentlessly attacking that line. Wardani was almost falling down in defence before the shot was even played.
Yeah, she's done that a couple of times, actually.
The second one here,
Thank you.
hand on the knee, and just almost as if this is the last shot I'm going to play. You play it in my distance of hitting and we'll carry on, but otherwise I'm giving up the rally.
Service over. 4-1.
Well, at the moment, Katethong's her own worst enemy.
5-1.
So many missed opportunities, and she's allowed Wardani to get off to a flyer in this second game.
Yeah, she looks like the assertive player. She's trying to assert herself on the game, her style. Just doesn't have the consistency to keep it up with that final shot.
That landed in, though.
Service over. 2-5.
Once again, Wardani toppling over for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, she has been down on the floor an awful lot in this match.
Yeah, she wasn't going to play a shot, but she still ended up on the mat.
2-5.
Those moppers working overtime at the moment. Nicely pushed into the space.
3-5. Pass the shuttle.
Really nice placement of shots from Katethong, and She's committed to that since the start, keeping the shuttle as flat as she can when she's playing into the rear court, and just forcing Wardani to take more and more shots off balance. It's been a clear tactic.
That's an excellent shot. I don't know if you noticed, there was a little bit of edge a minute ago when Wardani wanted to change the shuttle. Katethong just wanted the shuttle to serve. The umpire asked the Indonesian to pass the shuttle, and she just kind of waited maybe a bit longer than would be usual etiquette-wise. Didn't affect Katethong that point.
Well, I'm sure they're going to meet many, many times over their careers.
Make sure you do not fall into it.
Somewhat surprising, actually. It's only just the 4th time they have met.
Yeah. And,
4-5.
it's quite nice in sport to have a bit of rivalry with somebody. This might begin to be one.
Yeah, and as you said, there's very little between them in terms of rankings. Well, she's starting to get a range now. That's a good shot.
And a jump smash, I think, from Katethong. That was amazing. Looking to get up behind, yeah, the shuttle. Really well executed. Two-footed jump smash. She went from 5'5" to about 5'8" there, Trevor. Fantastic.
Service over. 6-5.
Well, rather left herself exposed there at the time.
She lost her footing, I think. Something went wrong, and she was totally in the wrong body position. Well, Katethong lifting higher than usual for her in this match and getting punished. Good quality of shot from Wardani.
That one is out the back.
Service over. 6-8. Service over. 9-6.
That's another mistake. And Wardani getting on top here, mainly through Katethong's unforced errors. It was
10-6.
a poor effort, to be honest.
Yeah, looks erratic, doesn't she, sometimes, Katethong? Sprinting around like a herd of elephants, almost. You contrast that to the smoothness of Wardani. Yet Wardani doesn't have the same speed as Katethong. Good block.
Well, big lead for Wardani. Looking good to level, 11-6.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. 11-6. Play.
Well, you get the impression as long as Wardani can stay out of trouble, the remainder of this game should be hers. Katethong just having a bit of a dip here.
She's definitely full of confidence right now, Wardani. That is lovely. Had all the time in the world just to hold her opponent, flick this one up the line.
Service over. 7-13.
It's a nice slice winner from Katethong.
Thank you.
Well, that's a stylish shot. That requires a lot of skill.
Service over.
Yeah, exquisite.
14-7.
Racket just leapt up to round the head and then brushed across with the slice to take the pace off.
Service over. 8-15.
Challenge here from Katethong.
It's a really good rally from Katethong. She had her opponent where she wanted her. Good shot quality, good technique. It was just shifting Wardani around the court. It will be the story of Katethong's game if this is out.
Huge margin.
One challenge remaining. Service over. 16-8. Play.
Well, that one was on the line.
Service over. 9-16.
get the feeling she's starting to enjoy herself out there.
Service over.
Yeah, I think she's won 9 of the last 11 or so points. She's having a great time out there right now, Wardani, and it doesn't seem that Katethong on this end has managed to find much of a way to beat her opponent, apart from the smash from her forehand corner, sliced across court.
And now she's even missing those. I don't think it's a massive surprise that Wardani's going to win this second game, but the margin of it certainly is, after the first game was nip and tuck pretty much the whole way through. Another error, and just a couple more points needed now to level this match for Wardani.
Katethong can't seem to do anything right at the moment. Nothing wrong with that technically, just didn't quite give the shot enough.
Well, she's absolutely on fire here. First game lasted the best part of half an hour. This is about half as long. Didn't even get to double figures. Supanida Katethong. 21-9, Wardani. One game on.
Just 3 points from the break as well for Katethong. A terrible second half to that game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Final game. Level. Play.
So Wardani desperately hoping she can just pick up where she left off in game 2. And Katethong will honestly be hoping that's not the case, because she was completely dominated in that second game.
Katethong at times was her own worst enemy too. That is lovely. What a shot. Inside out, forehand at the net.
I also got the impression watching Katethong in that second game that for much of it, certainly the second half of it, she looked a little bit bereft of ideas. She didn't look like she quite knew what she was trying to do. And that's not a place you want to be. And every error that Katethong makes just fuels the confidence of Wardani.
Certainly Wardani's got more options with the racket. And when things get tight or tough or tactics aren't working, it's easier to change tactics using your racket skills than it is to change tactics for Katethong, who, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, she's not as skilled with the racket, although that was nice.
Well, Wardani did so well to stay in that point. Brilliant defence. And in the end, she got the error.
That is brutal for Katethong. Did everything right, except keep that final shot in play. And just couldn't break down Wardani.
Thing is, though, that Wardani's defence was so good in that point. Katethong was clearly getting frustrated. Thought she had to hit the sideline, and in trying to do that, just overdid it.
Yeah, and that's what I was starting to get at with the change of tactics required. Katethong doesn't have the ability to do much different. Her game style is fast and flat. She moves quickly, she takes the shuttle early, but she doesn't have 5 different types of clear that she can play. She doesn't have the slices, the deceptions. There was 1 or 2 in the last few rallies you've seen from Katethong, but they've been easily picked up by Wardani, whereas Wardani at times can completely send Katethong the wrong way. There we go, there's one.
Yeah. Completely helpless in the middle of the court, the tie. And Wardani's off to a flyer in the decider. Well, not bad, considering that she slipped up over the point.
Yeah, that was amazing. How to recover. I mean, just a sign of her sort of, well, not fitness necessarily, but her physical ability to get up and not let the slip bother her and to go on to win the point like that.
Okay, thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
It's a couple of times she's been in that sort of
5 love.
position where physically she can't or will struggle to recover, and yet she doesn't show signs of needing a moment to shake it off or anything.
Wow. We thought Wardani might start in a similar mode to the way she finished game 2, but 6 love, we didn't expect.
No, certainly not, and much like the end of game 2, at crucial moments, Katethong just squeezing a bit too hard. What a brilliant knockoff from Wardani. That was the best net shot Katethong could have played. And yeah, Wardani is right up for the fight.
7.
I mean, that pretty much looked like a lob in tennis, didn't it, the way she played that? Here it is.
Supanida, check your court.
That's a sign of confidence and full commitment, and the awareness to see your opponent floored. It's very hard to see this, but technically that lift off the net was brilliant from Wardani. It had a little bit of top spin on it. If she'd have just played that flat at that pace from where she was, she probably would have hit that out. So to have the awareness that the shot takes a little bit more skill than it would instinctively take is brilliant from Wardani.
So Katethong at least on the board for potential dreaded bagel. It's always unlikely, but the way Wardani was playing, you wouldn't have ruled it out. That's not possible now. So now you wonder
2-7.
two questions. Firstly, has Katethong got the game to come back? Secondly, does she really believe she can?
Well, that last shot, certainly the last point, showed us that actually she's still got some confidence and some ability to be a bit creative. It was a nice forehand from the left-hander to slice it cross. Confidence-wise, that rally showed us that she's struggling.
Service over. 8-2.
Not only that, as we get into the latter stages here, every point Wardani wins, this crowd is going to go wild, and that's going to be quite difficult for Katethong to deal with.
Yeah, the errors are creeping back in now.
9-2.
I haven't seen it.
She's so gifted technically. There was a shot earlier in that rally where she just held her at the net with a forehand. The way in which she played it into the rear corner, it's just a delight to watch, and the net finish. She's missed again.
11-2, Wardani in cruise control here.
Change ends. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Play.
So pretty much the point of no return here for Katethong. Needs to start upping her game and accumulating points, but much easier said than done against an inspired Putri Wardani.
Well, she read that.
Service over.
And executed it so well.
3-11.
Straight lift coming, and she knew it. What a poor leave. I mean, that was miles in court.
12-3.
It's falling apart again for Supanida Katethong. Plenty of time to find the corner here. That drift is visible at times, left to right as we look down the main camera. And it, whilst it's only a minor thing, oh, nice shot. These players need to be aware of it.
Service over.
Just the occasional, very occasional gem from the tie.
Change. Thank you.
Wardani's default defense, isn't it, to fall over, almost as if whatever happens, I'm going to have to need the floor here to help my defense. It's slowing down the match quite a lot with the amount of times we've seen the moppers come out. Injection of pace in the mid-court from the Indonesian.
That was defeatist, wasn't it? Where she played that.
Yeah, looks like the wheels have well and truly fallen off.
Because seriously, after the first game, I was kind of thinking, yes, this might go 3, and if it does, it'll be 3 tight games, and it's proved complete opposite to that. Unless anything changes in the next 2 or 3 minutes, that woman's going through.
Service over. 5-16.
Well, if there is to be a rivalry between these two moving forwards, I can't see how Katethong will evolve in a way that can ever beat Wardani. If Wardani wants to, with the racket skill she's got, the fluidity of movement, just technically, she's at a higher level. I think Katethong has done well over her career at times, almost purely on a physical basis.
6-16.
The occasional loose shot from Wardani will be punished, and that was one well read, well anticipated from Katethong. But it was the height and length from Wardani that gave Katethong the gift.
Just counting off the points, 1 by 1, 4 more needed.
7-7.
Surprised Wardani didn't attack that. The net shot was good, the length was poor, and I think the Indonesian just had to second guess the flight of the shuttle.
But she has so much time to think about that, she was confused herself.
And I think that was the same case with the first lift in the rally. A little bit of a hesitancy to get back behind the shuttle there. Could have rushed back, waited and timed the jump. A little bit casual, I think, from Wardani.
Back on a roll again now.
19-8.
And it doesn't look like Katethong has the physical presence that she had at the beginning of the match either now.
Supanida, check your court.
Both players, I think, showing signs of fatigue.
Thank you.
Yeah, an hour and 6 minutes to hear, which is a lot shorter than it could have been
19-8.
if the second and third games hadn't been quite so one-sided. Good rally.
She's got a lovely touch, the forehand net.
And another classy winner brings up 12 match points for Putri Wardani.
Match point 8.
Well, not only has Katethong run out of ideas a long time ago, she's recently run out of energy too. She looks down and out.
That's it. That's a great performance, especially from one game down. Katethong didn't get into double figures in games 2 or 3. She basically got blitzed by the Indonesian, who is into the quarter-finals and will be assured of massive home support when she plays again tomorrow. But that was impressive, especially after by her standards, an average start.
21.
It was an average start. Looking at the scores, it seems easy to say now that it was quite one-sided, but thinking back, Wardani was in a good position, an attacking position, so many times in the first and made errors. If she'd have converted those 5 or 6 points that she should have actually won, the scoreline would have been a straight games win.
So she wins in the end, Wardani, 17-21, 21-9, 21-8, 67 minutes on court. Hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Indonesia Open 2025. Gloriously hot outside and some very warm action